And it wasn't until we got older and then her dynamics kind of changed, because then it became about who got the best grades in school and, you know, that kind of thing. And so then I moved up on the list because I did well in school. And, you know, at the time, it was what it was. And, you know, I also had a friend, I think I told you all this before, but I may have not told you all, but she was light-skinned, she's light-skinned. And her dad was coming to pick us up, and how the guys in the white jeans, the white item gym, you know, that's the kind of stuff that you experience. And, you know, here it's different, but I think, like, I talked to, you know, some of my friends who are from Jamaica, and they say that it's not necessarily based on the color, but how much money you have. Yeah. And so I think that it's just racism across the board, but the only thing about that is that I can change how much money I have. But I can't change who I am. I can't change my skin. I mean, I can, but I don't want to look like a Oompa Loompa. You want to bleach your skin, and, you know, a lot of dark skin or people do that. You know, it's like, how do you deal with that? Yes. Biracial, he's Jamaican, he's black, Chinese Jamaican. Okay, see, that's a whole little thing that confuses me. So you're Chinese Jamaican and Spanish.
Yeah, and then everybody is Spanish considered like they're white. People from Europe, they're white color. So,
yeah.
And then I would go to the beach and I'd catch this tan, and I'd be like, Canada's little town, walking around on the beach, and then you see like black
yeah.
And there's now like more writing on things, writing about it was like
and see, like for you, and for you, if you were in Alabama and do you have any black descendants? Okay, so, but because you're in someplace like Alabama, I'm saying that because that's where I'm from. It could be Tennessee, it could be Mississippi, it could be any place in the South, Georgia. But if you were in the South and you were raised there, if you came there as a child, you would not consider yourself white, but you would stand out for the simple fact that you don't look black or white, but you're somewhere in the middle, but you don't look biracial either. You look like you have some Hispanic descendants or something. But that's the one thing that a lot of Hispanics that I see, like, the reason why you have that darker shade, even if you weren't Jamaican black, is you have, just like you have in any kind of culture, Spanish people come in all different tones and shades. And I was watching this documentary on Brazil and Cuba and how they do this thing called whitening. And no, not bleaching their skin. Their version of whitening is basically bringing in as many Caucasian or people who from Caucasian descendants or from Spain, because most of the time when they come straight from Spain, they're all white, even though they're from Spain. So they come to these countries and they interbreed with the black people and eventually wash out the white. So it's called whitening. I mean, wash out the black. So it's just like, for example, since you have that small percentage of black because of your Jamaican side of it, if you marry someone and they're white, then your child is probably going to look more of that, because even though we talk about genetics and those traits, there is something that has to do with gene pool, and you can eventually wash that out. It may show up again in another generation, but that's how it works. So you all will be revered as passing, and you will be in the same boat as white. So, I mean, it is kind of crazy.
Good morning, staff, teachers, and students. Please pardon this interruption for a brief announcement. Again, staff, teachers, and students, please pardon this interruption. I need to have everybody's attention for just a few minutes.
For everybody.
Okay, teachers, thank you. Students, thank you very much. As many of you are aware, there was a tragic situation a few weeks ago with a young man by the name of Trayvon Martin that many of our students knew and know the family, the Martin family. And today, when you do your time of silent reflection after the pledge, I ask you to keep them in mind during this whole process. But I want to talk to you, students and staff, about some of the things that Miramar High School specifically is doing to support the family. Many of you saw the media and the reports yesterday of some of the things that happened at some schools in Dane County yesterday with some walkouts and things like that. And I am aware of some of the text messages and the Twitter messages and the Facebook conversations that are going on referring walkouts today. And I want to take a second to just explain a little bit to the students of the request and the wishes of the Martin family and some of the things that we're doing to respect those wishes. Number one, students, just be advised that the Martin family, specifically Trayvon's mother, was calling school principals yesterday, asking them to tell the students not to walk out. That's the last thing the family wants. The family wants you to be staying in your classes, getting your education. What the family did ask for, and I'm taking this from a quote from the paper, that the family doesn't want the students walking out. Mom would prefer that they attend the organized rallies in their local cities over the weekend, and I think there are some scheduled for tonight. They ask that the students in schools and staff members, if they wish, sign petitions, and there's a specific petition regarding this situation. And then finally, the family asks that everybody prays. So again, that's a quote specifically from the mom. So what is it that we're going to do at Miramar High School? Well, I already sent a message out to the staff members last night, and I met with teachers this morning, and we asked the teachers to take some time in class to talk with you about this situation. It's a very, very teachable moment. There are a whole lot of different issues and different teachable topics regarding today's society and just great teachable moments. So I asked the teachers to do that with you. I also asked the teachers to give you the opportunity, if you wish, to write letters to the district attorney, Mr. Norman Wolfinger, and we will be sending those off to him today at the end of school. So if you would like to write a letter, you can do that in class, give that to your teacher, and we're going to send off a big box to the district attorney, or the district state attorney, to show Miramar High School support. The next thing that we're going to do is we have a petition that is going around, a petition that many of you have seen. I have signed it already. It was on a lot of the websites, the BET website and many of the local media websites. So what we did is we got that petition and we gathered a lot of our student leaders this morning. And our student leaders have some copies of that petition for you to sign today. We're also going to have that petition delivered to every single third period class today. So anybody who is interested in signing that petition to support justice for the situation, we'll have the opportunity to do so. And we want to make sure that your voices are heard. At the end of the day, we're going to put all that together in a big box.
Texted the fucking security guards. Yeah. Who the fuck had his number? That's what
district state attorney
every
to
time
show
we make plans,
Miramar
bro,
High School
somebody
support.
always
Now, the other thing that the student leaders this morning have asked of me as the principal, and I respect you guys and I respect your wishes, they asked for
in the real
today
world, bro, like,
for me to
if we
just
about to
put
plan
a
some shit
hold
like,
on
yo,
some of our minor rules
this Friday,
to let
y'all
you
will slide over to
express
Mike House,
your
jump out of
feelings.
here, bro.
And these
But he not
schools
gonna
are
know.
very
So we
simple.
gonna
The
pretend
For
three
real,
that
niggas
they
gonna
have,
keep that
these are
shit.
the only ones that they asked
Between
for, and
us,
I did
bro,
approve.
people that's doing
Number
it.
one, they said it
Nah,
is
bro.
okay
In this
if
school,
we
you
wear
got these
our
lame ass
goods
niggas, bro. They wanna start
today
telling
in
everybody
school,
spreading
and
that
they
shit.
sign up
And they
support,
gonna tell his
because
girl,
that
she
is
tell
one
her
of the
best
things that
friend,
is
and then she
going
tell
around,
her
and
best
I
friend.
said,
That shit
of
be
course,
so
that's
crazy.
not a problem. So today,
Oh,
if you would
that
like
shit
to
remind me
do
of
a
that.
sign
Remember
up
that old
report,
ass
if
Wayne
you want
song,
to put
bro?
your hoodie up,
Remember that
we
old
are
Wayne song?
okay with that. I will
Like,
inform our
don't let your mouth
administrators,
open up, 'cause
teachers,
you don't
and
wanna see that other
staff
mouth open up.
wear your hoodies today if you do choose to.
Oh,
I
you
do
know
ask
what?
this.
That nigga said,
If there is a safety
we have a
concern,
word, though.
if we need to
I know, I never
identify
She telling her
somebody, we
friends,
have
she telling
to
her
sit them
girl.
down, identify who you are. We ask you to
That he said,
cooperate with us.
it
We're
ain't no
obviously gonna
secret, I'm
work with
hotter
you,
than
so we ask you
ether.
to work with us. But today, if you want to wear your hoodie, we're okay with that. The two other requests that our student leaders have
That shit
asked
is bad,
of me
nigga said, it
is
ain't
to
no
allow
secret,
you
I'm hotter
to
than
have the
ether.
iced tea and the Skittles in class and during class and walk around. And I said,
I put
have
up to
no
that. I
problem
said,
with that.
anybody buying
If
iced tea,
today
I
you
want to
have
hit
the
that
iced tea in
shit.
the
That's my
classroom and the
favorite.
Skittles in the classroom,
man, well, we can't drink
feel
tea.
free to do so.
Bloody
Just
Skittles,
respect our home here and make sure that when you're finished with those things, that they get in the proper place so that our team doesn't have a whole mess behind. So today I am going to allow you to wear your hoodies and have your iced tea and Skittles in class. I think that's a cool idea.
Where you gonna
Good
give
thing
us?
to do to show support. I am going to have our yearbook
I don't know
people and
if
some
I'm
of
gonna
our
say that. It's like a water gun.
staff members out with cameras today
That's super
at
super.
lunchtime, taking pictures of you, showing your support and those
boys wanna
types
take
of things.
pictures,
So
bro?
we
No.
will be doing those things today.
And that's something to report you, bro. What you gotta say? What you gotta say about it?
This situation is not okay.
Leaders,
That is why I took
officers, some of the,
my hood.
the captains of the team. And I went over this with them this morning.